another beautiful day in the Gulf. Today I have another baking recipe for you. We're going to be making my funky monkey banana bread. If you haven't checked out my previous baking video where I made some awesome chocolate chip cookies, don't forget to go and do that. It's in the link in the description. Go check it out. If you're not Justin Bieber and you don't have a pet monkey to feed your not so good looking bananas to, then this is a really good alternative to throwing them in the bin. Let's get started. So the first step is to mash the bananas. The recipe calls for 3, but you can put in 4 if you don't have really big ones. Ooh, banana strings. I don't like banana strings. Ugh. This job can get a little bit messy, but should be fine. Okay, there we go. Now we've got our bananas in the bowl. Let's start mashing. I'm just going to use a potato masher because it works equally as well. Take some muscle. Bananas all mashed up, we are going to put it aside for later. Okay, so for our next step, we're going to be doing some chopped nuts. Today, with me, I have some walnuts and pistachios. So we're going to make a nice little blend in our blender so we can add that to our mixture. Obviously, this is optional in case you're allergic to nuts. You can leave the step out. At the end, you should have 3/4 of a cup of nuts after they've been chopped. But don't blend them to a fine paste because we don't really want that. In this mixture, I've chosen a ratio of one part pistachio to 2 parts walnuts because I prefer to have more walnuts in my mixture. It's time to blend. That was noisy. Wow, my ears. Okay. Shake it up a little bit. Yep, that looks good. As they get reduced a little bit more during the blending process, we're just going to make sure that we have exactly 3/4 of a cup of nuts. Okay, so now I have the right amount of nuts for my mixture. It's about 3/4 of a cup. And we are going to move on to the next step. On to the next step, we're going to add a 1/2 cup of butter with a full cup of sugar. I've chosen brown because I prefer the taste to white, but you can choose either one. Now, if your butter is hard because you forgot to take it out of the fridge a few hours ago, here's a quick life hack that you can use to make your butter softer. Boil the kettle and fill up a glass container of some sort. I'm just using a measuring jug. Then you're going to let that heat up the jar for a little bit. Once your jar's heated up enough, pour out the water. You can use it for tea if you don't want to waste it. Then take your jar, which is still warm, so be careful, and place it upside down over the butter on a plate. Give that a few minutes to heat up a little bit, and then when you're done, you should have some nice room temperature butter. Now that step's done and my butter is pretty soft, we're going to put it in and cream it without sugar. Now we're going to cream together our butter and sugar. Got a nice paste, so we're going to move on to our next step. And for the next step, which is adding everything else, now we're moving on to our flour, which we need 2 cups of, all purpose. Yeah. Okay, that's about 2 cups, and we're just going to sift that through. Now that our flour is finished and it's all sifted and ready, we're going to leave it for a second. And we're going to add in our 2 eggs. After you cream your butter and your sugar, you can do it in any order you want, but I think it's probably going to be easier to add the flour to a wet mixture rather than to add liquid to a dry mixture. It will be harder to mix. So we're just going to mix through our slimy eggs until we get a nice paste. Just to make the process a little bit faster, I'm going to use my hand mixer. Now that there's no sugar and butter and it's a little bit more liquidy, it shouldn't be flying everywhere. Now our mixture is finally starting to look a little bit ready. Next step, we're going to add our mashed up bananas. Now we're gonna quickly mix this through.
Splosh, 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 splosh.
It's quite satisfying. Although I could be mixing this for hours listening to that really satisfying sound, we're gonna have to move on to the next step because I'm getting kind of hungry. Okay, I'm gonna add in some almond extract just for a tad of flavor. Kind of looks like water, like. Oof, that smells strong. Not sure if I like the smell of almond extract, but it tastes lovely once it's in the mixture. Now for our teaspoon of baking soda. Now it's time to add our flour. Add it gradually to make it a little bit easier. Oops. I didn't miss the bowl at all. It's okay, we're all good. Just remember to always keep your mixture light and fluffy. You don't really want to be pressing it down. Nobody likes a sad and down banana bread. Okay, now we're starting to see a little bit more of a paste here. This is what we want. Okay, now we're going to add our assorted nut mixture. The colors make me nuts and I'm feeling really nutty. Just don't eat it all. I don't want to touch it. It's a beautiful work of art. Now before I go into the next step, we're going to quickly preheat our oven to 180 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit. We're going to put our mixture into the baking tray. You can make either 12 muffins or a nice loaf of banana bread. As time is money and I'm really hungry and it takes an hour to bake, I'm going to do half and half. Quickly going to pour this in. Fill them up about 3/4 of the way. Well, you can do more if you want to, but you're going to have an exploding volcano that's like all over the cake tin. And trust me, from experience, I know that those are really hard to clean up, so you won't be seeing that on my channel. For the rest of my mixture, I'm going to pour it into my already greased cake tin. My loaf tin is full and we're going to put them in our preheated oven. Ooh, they are done and they look really good. Wait. Now it's time to flip it out. Oh no. Okay. Oh, there we go. I've already freed it up from the sides with my knife so that it made it really easy to come out. Now it's time to taste. Ooh, steamy. Steamy. We could use the steam to exfoliate our skin. Ooh, it looks so good. I can see all the pieces of the nuts. It's so good. You can taste the moment. Yum. I hope you guys give my funky monkey banana bread recipe a try. It's really good and it's definitely worth it. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you have anything else you'd like to see me bake, let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to keep living the dream. Bye!